Hello, Westchester University alumni. My name is Justin Sachoka. Happy Wednesday, and great to see you hanging here on the Westchester University Facebook page, Westchester University alumni Facebook page. This is Ramblings Live, and Ramblings Live is a program where we bring a whole bunch of different alumni, about every 2 weeks or so, onto our platform to have a little chat, to see where they've ended up since being at Westchester University. Sometimes we talk to faculty and staff that used to work there or still currently work there so that we can all jump on and reconnect. Now, we love hearing from you. We love having you to be a part of the conversation. So please, as you're here, make sure that you're engaging with us. Comment, let us know where it is that you're watching from. Say hello to our guests that are going to be on here. And if you do, you are going to be randomly entered to win a prize from the Westchester University Alumni Association Prize Closet. Now, I already see a comment here from someone that I know from Westchester University, which I just learned that Megan Gaffney is sisters with Shannon, who is going to be on here. Megan, great to see you on here. Thanks for joining in. And let's bring in our guests. We have Judd and Shannon Strauss, who graduated from Westchester University in 2004. And let's welcome them to Ramblings Live. Judd, who is, we're gonna actually change this around so I can see Judd. I'm not cutting him off. There we go. I'll be in a little box down here.
Hey, Justin.
Thank you both so much for joining me today. Great seeing you and having you on here. So I love that right before we were about to get on, I heard that one of your kids came up looking for to watch a movie, or they were talking about Disney Plus, something like that, which I think that is 2020 in a nutshell, where we try to go on and we try and be on Zoom or whatever it is, and all of a sudden there's everything else that's happening around us.
If the door was locked, they would have been sneaking in there. So,
well, that's all right. Bring on the whole family. We'd love to have them on. With that said, how is 2020 going for you two?
Wait, what? Yeah, 20 some more days.
I got it.
Counting down. So.
Yeah, it's been interesting at first when everything started to shut down. We were thankful really for the slowdown. Our lives are very hectic and very busy, so when we were forced to kind of not make any plans, that was great. But yeah. I am in education. We'll talk more about that. But I'm in education. Judd's a nurse manager, so obviously life for us has continued moving forward. Lots of virtual teaching, obviously lots of time in the hospital. So
nothing stops.
No, and we have 2 elementary age kids. So it's been a little nuts. Yes, I am feeling aged. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, what a crazy dynamic between the two of you, from the standpoint that, Judd, I would imagine that it was nonstop and crazy in the beginning for you, and probably has never actually slowed down. And then Shannon, it had to have been a major change for the way in which you do your job. So all that insanity happening at once. We're months later now from when this all had officially started. Have you gotten into a groove of things?
I feel like we are getting into a groove, but then things, they change all the time. So right now we live in Montgomery County. So right now our children are virtual. My school went virtual again too. So it's just all about being flexible and adapting and
going with the flow.
Yeah, having a setup for everybody, regardless of what happens, and giving everybody a spot to do their work. So every day is different. Some days are more exhausting than others. Yeah.
And honestly, that sort of rolls into the hospital as well, because things change constantly. So something that we were doing yesterday is changing today, possibly. So it's just being really flexible and accommodating and going with the flow.
Well, thank you both for what it is that you do from the healthcare standpoint, from the standpoint of educating children. You're a French teacher.
Yeah.
The only French I know is bonjour, je m'appelle Claude, which my name is not Claude, but it was a quote from Friends, and it's the only thing I ever remembered.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I actually I teach for the Westchester School District, so my roots are still strong there in Westchester. Which I love. It's awesome. So it's been great to be a part of the district.
Well, let's talk about Westchester. Let's talk about where you two originally are from and what brought you, because obviously we see the Westchester University flag in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Westchester is on your sweatshirt and your shirt.
Yep.
Westchester, you must hold near and dear to your heart, I would imagine. So where did you two come from, and what brought you to Westchester University?
I'll let Judd start.
So I actually grew up in New Jersey,
Okay.
called Ringo's. So it's just north of Princeton, sort of like the New Hope, Lambertville, Princeton area. So that's where I grew up. And I actually only applied to Westchester. I started applying to the College of New Jersey, which actually that's where I got my master's from. But Westchester was the only school that I actually applied to. And it was all because of a family friend who recommended, who actually went into the nursing program back in the 70s. She graduated, and she was like, you'll love Westchester. Go ahead and apply there. The nursing program's awesome. And so needless to say, I'm very happy that got accepted, went there, and tons of memories. And we still, we really do enjoy going back there all the time.
Yep.
And Shannon, how about you?
So I grew up in Springfield, Delaware County, and I went to a private all-girls high school called Marion Mercy. And Marion is a smaller school. And so when I was looking at colleges, I knew I wanted to be a teacher from the time I was young. So I was looking at teaching schools and one that wasn't overwhelmingly big. And so Westchester really fit the bill. And I applied to maybe 4 schools, but Westchester, pretty sure, was the first one that got back to me. And I just remember crying the day that I got my acceptance. And I mean, the rest is history. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to go over to social media real quick before we go down the Westchester journey here. Emily Shaker, who said, "Hi guys, class of 2005 here. Nice to see some familiar faces." Denise Melnick, who's on here, who said, "I am so over 2020." Denise, I think we're all here with you on that one as well. Margot Moss, who's saying hello and joining in. She joins in a whole bunch of our Facebook Lives, and appreciate that she does. Now let's go back into your story. You got to Westchester University from New Jersey, from Springfield, and then all of a sudden you find yourself at WCU. Where are you both on campus? Your freshman year, is that where you both were?
Yeah. So
what dorms?
Actually, truth be told, Judd is a year ahead of me. He did the 5-year plan.
Okay. And
I did 4. So he actually started a full year before I did.
Okay.
But we graduated together. So
So I was actually in Tyson. My first first semester, I actually had, I think, 3 roommates. My first roommate ended up.
Wait, say when you say 3 roommates, there was Tyson Hall did have a spot where there could be. I think they had the quad, but you mean 3 roommates cycling through?
Got it. Roommates for that semester. My first roommate ended up having some stuff go on, so he ended up leaving, and I was by myself for probably about a good month or so, which was awesome. Up on the 4th floor, I think it was 444. I want to say it was 444. But then I had a roommate who was scheduled to move in, but actually I found one of my buddies in sociology of the family. He didn't have a roommate, and so I decided to move in with him. He was over in Killinger, so literally it was the last week of the semester, and I was hauling all my stuff from Tyson over to Killinger. So, and then K Hall on the 2nd floor.
Yeah, and
Shannon, where were you at?
I started in Schmidt Hall on the 5th floor. So I grew up with all sisters. I'm the oldest of 4 girls, and I selected the co-ed floor in Schmidt because then I went to an all-girls high school, so figured it would be, So I lived in the dorm where it was a girls' room, boys' room, girls' room, boys' room, and so that was different and fun. And then my 2nd semester, I actually became a DA in Wayne Hall, and ended up actually, I think my sophomore year, moving over to Wayne Hall, and that's where I finished out. So I was in Wayne for 3 out of my 4 years.
Oh wow! You were dedicated to Wayne Hall.
Yeah,
you're not going anywhere else.
No, I once I became the DA, I slowly transitioned into an RA my junior year, and I was an RA in Wayne Hall up until I had to resign so that I could student teach. They started that the year that I was student teaching, and so I resigned.
And you had an awesome RA.
And I moved into a single on the floor. So Judd and I worked together as RAs, and when I resigned, I had a single on his floor, and he became my RA.
So my next question was going to be, how did the two of you meet? How did that happen?
So we actually met pretty early in my career at Westchester because he, like I said, had been there. We were both involved with the Newman Center at Westchester.
Okay. Yeah.
And we knew of each other because we would serve at masses together occasionally. But then 2002, I'm losing track of time. So junior year, maybe, we were both chosen to be part of a team that went to Mexico City. It was part of a service project with the Newman Center. There were 8 of us, four guys, 4 girls. And that's how we really got to know each other, was through this Mexico service project. Mm-hmm. And then we both worked in Res Life. So we ended up working together as well in Res Life. So that's kind of how we met and then stayed connected.
So when did you start dating? When did that happen? Was that during school? Was that after school?
No, 4 years after graduation.
4 years after graduation. Okay, so I was gonna ask about the whole Westchester story, but now we're diving into this instead. You graduate from Westchester. I have a picture of the two of you at graduation day. You mean to tell me that you were not dating in this photo?
No. Nope.
Okay, so what happens? You graduate, you're friends. 4 years later,
we stayed connected as friends, getting together, every now and then. And,
well, you should add, he moved back to New Jersey.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
My parents had moved into Chester County at that point, so I moved home to Chester County. And
so we really, from there, we both pretty much established our careers, and we started going back to school for our masters. And here, the Newman Center was having a retreat for the students. And so here, ironically, Shannon was going to be serving as a retreat leader for a Kairos retreat at the Newman Center for current undergrads. Mm-hmm. And here there was actually I think there was two male, two female.
They needed 2 men and 2
leaders.
Women to help with the Westchester students, and one of the men dropped out at the last minute.
And so
it was homecoming weekend, and you showed up at the Newman Center.
Yep. So Father Nordeman had reached out to me and asked me if I would be interested, all knowing that I knew Shannon was going to be a leader there. Obviously I was sort of, I asked her, I said, hey, would you mind if I participated, if I was part of the Kairos retreat? And so she was all excited. She was like, absolutely, like that, you're going to love it and everything else. And so there during the retreat at the Malvern Retreat House is where I actually had the vision of us walking around the retreat house together, pushing a baby stroller with a dog, not 2 dogs, just 1 dog. So then we started our conversation and started dating from there.
Look at that. So 4 years after Westchester University, Westchester still brought you together in some small way.
It did. And it was great because, at that point we had been friends for, 6-7 years. And I always say, like, when we started dating, it wasn't like, hey, do you like cereal? I like cereal. We already knew each other. It was just really figuring out then how to make it work when
logistics.
Yeah, he was still in Jersey and I was here, and we're working, and how to make that all work. So
it was a lot of like going to New Jersey, going out here to the Phoenixville area. We really knew the whole Willow Grove, Warminster area, because that's where we would sort of meet up halfway
in the middle.
Yeah.
I love your wedding photo here. We're going to bring this up so everybody can see this right in front of Asplin Hall. So did you get married in Westchester, or did you have to make a stop here to get the photo?
So someone really wanted to get married in
the church I grew up in.
Yep, in Springfield. And like all my family was from New Jersey, and we have friends everywhere. And so I said, that's fine. Is there any lodging around there? Because I really wasn't familiar with the area. And at that time, there wasn't a hotel at the Springfield Country Club.
Mm-mm.
And so I said, if that doesn't work, maybe we can look at Westchester, getting married somewhere in Westchester, stop in to take pictures on campus, and then find a place for a reception. And she said, oh my goodness, absolutely. Like, I love that. So we got married at St. Simon and Jude on July 1st, 2011. We swung by the party bus on campus, took pictures in front of Phillips and walking across campus, the Ram. Mm-hmm. And then we had our reception down at the Mendon Hall, which, needless to say, Rami actually showed up
there.
Reception.
Yeah.
Rami has made his way to many weddings. It's always fun when Rami pops up at your wedding. Let's backtrack a little bit to your time at Westchester, because the two of you were both incredibly involved, from my understanding. Judd, I know that you were a friar, which I think this is the second one in a row that still a friar, that a friar has been on here. I was in the friars as well. We had missed each other by a couple of years. Shannon, you were also incredibly involved. What are some of the things that the two of you did at Westchester University? And Shannon, let's start with you.
Yeah, so I was involved in the Newman Center and residence life, heavily involved in residence life, both as a DA and an RA. And then some language things here and there. There weren't any formal clubs or gatherings for language students then. Now they even have a Facebook page, which is awesome. There was an honor society. So really just trying to get into anything that I could. But my wheelhouse is like where you would find me most often was either in Res Life or at the Newman Center.
Okay. And Judd, how about you?
So I actually started off, I actually worked several different jobs on campus. Like I even worked for the athletics department, catching the balls, retrieving the balls at the soccer games and the football games. I was actually a DA for McCarthy, and then got into the whole res life, obviously with DA and being an RA. But some of the other things I was involved with, obviously the Friars was in that. Back in
2001.
2001, yeah.
You were the president?
Yeah, I was president, vice president.
Really?
Yeah, my first full semester in, the president actually left. The vice president became the president, and I was selected or nominated and voted as a vice president. So running all the service projects. So a lot of service, being involved with the Service Learning Center and with Maggie Tripp, the Bear Fair. EMS, Banana Day. I think Banana Day is like, what I'm famed for is,
well, we can't talk about Banana Day without bringing up the photo that you submitted here. So naturally, this is also going to come up. I mean, everybody loves Banana Day. Tell us what was it for the two of you? You both were involved in different ways. Banana Day is, if you don't know Banana Day, you only know Banana Day if you went to Westchester. Everyone knows what we're talking about. Best day of the year. What was your involvement with that, and what did you do? Did you look forward to it every year, I would imagine?
Oh yeah, we looked forward to it every single year, and Rudy Tell is the one who really spearheaded Banana Day. He got me involved right away. So I remember, I think my first Banana Day, riding around in Kevin Hansberry's pickups truck, hauling all these boxes of bananas everywhere. And, then it was like, oh, you want to dress up as a banana? That's awesome. Running all around. And then Rudy sort of asked me if I wanted to take over as sort of like the chairperson for it. So that was a lot of fun, helping to coordinate that and doing new activities and just having a blast.
Well, what have you taken from Westchester University, each of you, into what it is that you do today, whether it's career or your family life? What did Westchester University teach you? You both were involved so much. You both were involved in leadership. Have you seen that has translated into your careers that you have today?
Yeah, I can speak for myself with my experience as an RA. Growing up in particular, I was very, very shy. I'm still introverted, but very much so as a kid. And getting into Westchester and then getting involved in a position where you are an RA and you're in charge essentially of your floor. For me, that was really great experience in confidence building, but also in getting me ready for the teaching world. To be perfectly honest, is I was already experiencing classroom management to a degree as an RA, and I feel like I came into my own. It started in high school, but definitely through college, and gained those skills that I was going to need to be an effective teacher, especially since I started teaching right out of school and was pretty young. So I needed to be able to, command a presence. So being an RA definitely gave me the tools I needed to be where I am today in my career. So
engaging others and, really just helping to take leadership of different things. And not that everyone has to be a leader, but, when the time is right, able to step up and really function in that particular role to, really get others to be working with you and not against you.
Yeah, that's great. I think that it's interesting when you graduate and when you reflect back on things that you did when you were in college, how 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, however many years later it is, those lessons that we learned still apply later on down the road. And it starts when you get that first taste of independence, that first shot at being a leader and in that role when you are 18 to 22 years old and normally, and then all of a sudden that stuff stays with you. We want to jump back over to social media real quick and say hi to Debbie. Debbie Stewart, who joined us. She said, hello, fellow Golden Rams class of 1984, Masters in 96. Congrats. It's so nice to hear good things happening to WCU folks. Debbie, thanks so much for joining on and hanging out with myself, Judd and Shannon here. Megan jumping in again, saying that Banana Day is the first thing that she knew about Judd. Well,
yeah,
I feel like Banana Day says it all. That's fantastic. Emily's saying, oh, I miss Rudy Tellez and Kevin Hansberry. You know what, Emily, I know that a bunch of people from the Alumni Association are watching this right now. We need to get Rudy on here as a guest.
Rudy,
if you're watching,
come Banana Day.
We're coming for you, Rudy.
Yeah. Little side secret, sorry, at our wedding, Rudy was the one in the Ram costume. So
oh, really?
And he almost
awesome.
And he almost tripped down the steps. Yep.
I've met Rudy on several occasions. We've stayed connected on Facebook. What an awesome guy. Rudy Tellez is the one who created Banana Day, came up with the idea for it all, which became a Westchester University staple. Speaking of Westchester University staples, a lot of the buildings that are on campus, people would consider a staple at Westchester. So what we're going to do now is we're going to test your knowledge. I feel like the two of you would be pretty good at this. You talked about how you've been back to campus before. We're going to play a game here where you need to name that hall. I'm going to show you a picture of a building. Look at that. Rudy is jumping on. Rudy, thrilled to have you on here, and I'm volunteering and voluntelling Rudy that he's going to be a future guest on Ramblings Live for sure. Name that hall is what we're going to play. I'm going to show you an image of a building on campus at Westchester University, and the two of you are going to have to tell me which building that is. Schmucker. Wow, that was very fast. Yes, that's exactly right. And we're also having some technical difficulties right now because Schmucker is the only hall that's coming up. So you got 100%. You won. Congratulations. You're the only ones that have received 100% on this. Let me see if I can load that up again real quick to see if we can actually get you to name that hall. No, we can't. Schmucker's the only one in there. So we're gonna. I think. Oh wait, no, more just loaded. Never mind. This is live, everybody. This is live.
This is
live. What you're seeing right now. Yeah, this is unfolding as we speak. Let's see if we can bring it back up. Here we go. All right, you got the first one. Anderson, spot on. How about this right here? Schmidt Hall. That's absolutely right. Come on, you got to get this one.
Phillips.
That's Phillips or Ashland. We would have taken either one.
Recitation.
This one?
Recitation.
Well, of course, you got to know that one. It's the education building now.
Ruby Jones.
Yeah, that's Ruby Jones.
Shannon, you are on top of it with this one. A newer building.
That's the business building.
That is the business building. That's exactly right. If you haven't been inside, absolutely beautiful. Another one that's fairly new.
Is that
the Rec Center?
Rec Center.
Yes, that is exactly right. And then
Schmucker.
You already got this one. Schmucker, that still at 100%. Even going through all of them, you still got it. You're 100% there. We want to see, let's see, Rudy said Greetings to fellow Rams. Rudy, thanks for jumping on and watching with us. Denise said that I think that when WCU campus opens back up, we should have a huge alumni event on campus. Denise, I think we all agree with you on that one. Make sure that you check the WCU alumni Facebook page for when events are happening, whether they're virtual or if they're going to happen in person, whenever we get to that point. And also WCUalumni.org is the place for you to go to for all of that information. Now, Judd and Shannon, I want to end here with your family. If you could tell us a little bit, I know that one of your kids was running in the background here. How many kids do you have?
So we have two boys.
Two boys.
Connor is 8 and Patrick is 5. And we live in Oaks. Right off of 422. And we actually bring the boys to campus a lot. We bring them. They are already, I say brainwashed lightly, but not really. They're kind of brainwashed that they're going to be Rams someday. But we do bring them back regularly. They love going on campus and walking around. It's like an adventure for them. Like they've never seen it before, but they love it. So that's really special to us to be able to bring them. So
and we'll pick up food like in town, come to campus and like eat it somewhere, even if it's just in our car. And for all like the holidays and birthdays, they just ask for their rah Westchester U money. For the college fund. So
they actually started a business this summer where they were tie-dyeing shirts. In the summer of the pandemic, there's not much to do. So they decided that they were going to start their business called Two Brothers Tie Dye. And they tie-dyed shirts this summer, and any money they made, they wanted to put in their Westchester accounts. So
that's amazing.
They're already saving
for
college by making tie-dye T-shirts. Yes. So
little entrepreneurs there. And where can people get their T-shirts? Are they for sale?
They are. I mean, it's like through a Google form that I have a link to. I haven't gone like Etsy or anything like that. But they're really adorable. That they even made a little card to put in with their shirts, like, thank you for ordering. Go Rams. They wrote in like their little handwriting. So
that's awesome. So that's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good for them for doing. And why is it important to you that you bring Westchester University into your family life like that?
I think it's really something just to be involved with and excited about. Like growing up, neither one of us went to a college. Like I really didn't go to a college until I came for the acceptance or orientation. I didn't see Westchester until the new student acceptance day. But just really being able to go to a campus, seeing that this is something that you can strive for and achieve and go to school and it doesn't have to be some big scary place. And that's why we love Westchester, because it's quite adaptable and really enjoyable.
And it's part of how our family started is through Westchester. There's no way we would have met otherwise. Him in Jersey, me here. And again, like the value of education is really important to us as individuals, as a couple, and for them to be able to see that this is where mom and dad went and we made memories and our friends and we did things, but we also got a good education and we're now working and providing for our family. That's just, that's really important for us. Even my dad, I think Connor was like 3 hours old and my dad was like, okay, when can we start his college fund? And I don't know the value of that and that's our beginnings. It's really important to us that we don't let them forget that. So.
That's also Judd, what you just said about how not being exposed to college, made me immediately think I don't think that the first time that I went to camp, like a campus really, aside from, I guess I went to where my mom and dad met once or twice, but I was young and I don't really remember too much of it. It was when I started looking and I didn't really grasp what college was or university was. I think that's a really, what the two of you doing are awesome. And I want to bring in a comment here. This is what Ramblings Live is all about. It's all about connecting alumni with other alumni, with current staff that's at Westchester to alumni that are there. Carl just wrote in, he said, class of 88 here. We never met Judd and Shannon, but I wanted to congratulate you on not only being productive people as undergrads and alumni, but also for having a wonderful love story. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your sons.
Carl,
thanks so much for writing in.
Really sweet. Thank you.
I think it's awesome that we got to sit down and chat with you. I thank you both so much for taking the time to chat with us here on our Ramblings Live. And I love Margot had commented about how you have the Westchester room. I think that's what or the Ram room. She called it the Ram room. So
the Ram room. Yeah, this is the Ram room. We'll have to give you a tour another time because it's my office right now with teaching from home. But we do have a ton of memorabilia, things that we collected in our time there, but also that Judd collected in his bachelor days. Yeah. So this is our guest room, but we found a home then for all of our Westchester stuff. So,
well, I love the Ram room. I think that you are probably going to inspire a lot of people that are watching this to create Ram rooms in their own house. And now we've got ideas spinning. We're going to have a Ram room competition. It'll be a whole big thing. It should be great. All right. Well, Judd, Shannon, thanks so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, and we'll see you on campus sometime soon.
Thank you, Justin. Thanks, you too. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
That right there was Judd and Shannon Strauss. And if you liked that, well, Ramblings Live happens every 2 weeks. So make sure you jump on with us again 2 weeks from now when President Fiorentino is going to be joining me on Ramblings Live. Super excited to have the president of Westchester University here live with us. Also, keep in mind, Ram Nation is something that you can jump onto if you want to further connect with current students. It's a way in which you, as alumni, can help out and lend a hand to current students at Westchester University, whether it's through advice or maybe it's going to be something when it comes to recruiting and networking. That's the way for you to be able to do that. That's the area that you go to. Ram Nation, just go to wcualumni.org/Ram Nation for more information on that. I will see you 2 weeks from today when President Fiorentino joins us here on Ramblings Live. Until then, be safe, and I will see you soon.